leader said the discussions are intended to strengthen a long-standing relationship with ODM that extends beyond the 2027 elections. They also reassured supporters that the talks will not weaken UDA's partnerships with other Kenya Kwanza coalition members. UDA co-chairperson Cecily Mbarile emphasized that the importance of maintaining existing alliances, stating that the pact they have with their partners in the Kenya Kwanza coalition remains intact and very valid.
That we have with our partners within the larger Kenya Kwanza coalition remain intact and very valid. We cannot go to look for new partners and lose the old ones. And I think the President has been very clear on the need to unite the nation. And so in that effort, we are reaching out to everybody.
Our engagements with our colleagues and brothers in ODM go beyond the 10-point agenda. As I mentioned, it is our intent to be an all-inclusive party and coalition that brings everybody on board and all Kenyans on board. And therefore, we look forward to working with ODM even into the next elections next year.
That has given us the foundation, the place to start. But we believe that there is more that we can achieve if we build on that particular foundation. Therefore, it is not a separate arrangement. It is building on what already has been achieved on the 10-point agenda alongside other things.
Now, President William Ruto has reiterated his government's commitment to the implementation of the 10-point agenda and the National Dialogue Committee, that is NADCO report, saying the process is key to uniting the country and restoring public trust in state institutions. Now, speaking at State House Nairobi during a meeting with the Committee on the Implementation of the 10-point agenda and the National Dialogue Committee report, the President received a briefing on the progress made so far and the next steps in the reform process. Ruto said the National Dialogue Framework was designed to bring Kenyans together through inclusive engagement, adding that it provides a platform for addressing long-standing governance and accountability concerns. Now, he noted that the transparency and public participation remain central to the success of the initiative.
Madam Chair, good afternoon. How are you? Very good. Hello, how are you? Professor, Mr. President. Bariako Mkubwa. How are you? Let me say hello. The what? The Kiari. Hello, ma'am. Fatuma Bari. Good. Bariako. Very good. How are you? How are you, Mr. Nelly? Bariako. Uko salama?
While still on the matters politics, a faction of the youth within the Orange Democratic Movement, that is ODM, has called on some senior party leaders to step down, accusing them of showing disrespect to the party. Now, the group, which identifies itself as the broad-based group, singled out ODM Secretary General, that is Edwin Sifuna, Babuino and Geoffrey Otsotsi, demanding their resignation from the party positions. Now, the youth alleged that the leaders are attempting to seize control of the party by force, despite Oburu Oginga having been formally recognized as a party leader. In a statement, the broad-based group emphasized that the party must respect its leadership structures and warned that any attempts to bypass the established hierarchy could deepen divisions within the party.
Daktari has the full mandate of the party. Anyone who thinks they can hold parallel organs, that NDC they are calling for, we are the delegates. We are saying that we are fully behind Dr. Oburu Oginga. Any political attacks, be it who it is. I saw the deputy party leader pretending that he did not understand that there was a meeting, they missed delegate conventions, and then they want to call for an NDC. Ni sisi tutakuwa hapo. This is a very stern warning. Anybody who wants to scuttle the broad-based arrangement, sisi tumesema tuko hapa. Mtuonyeshe ni maandamano gani you guys went for, because you do not know how to form a government.
Bwana Sifuna, if you are not ready to work with the government, ship out. Tutafute another young, energetic youth achukue hiyo position. Kwa hivyo kuchaguliwa hii mambo mnasema Oburu was handpicked, you the same person you are handpicked by the Central Committee. So tutaenda hiyo njia, tunangoja hiyo NDC yenye mnataka mnaimba sana. Tuone nini mtafanya, because we know Dr. Oburu Oginga will be the party leader. Mpaka siku yenye atasema atawacha hata kani after 6 years.
Right now, President William Ruto has urged Kenyan youth to shun negativity and adopt a patriotic mindset in addressing national issues, saying their active engagement is crucial for the country's transformation from a third world to a first world nation. Now, speaking at State House Nairobi during the President's Award event, Ruto described young people as Kenya's greatest asset in the nation's development journey. Now, he emphasized that their dedication, innovation, and commitment to national ideals are central to achieving sustainable progress.
To elevate Kenya to a first world status within our lifetime, I did so with absolute confidence in the extraordinary potential of the young people of our nation. I am confident that our youth possess the capability, the energy, the talent, and the resolve to turn our grand ambition into reality. As I have said before, and I say it again today, with conviction, Kenya's youth rank among the very best in the world in terms of our human capital development. You have the skills, you have the aptitude, the competence, and the expertise to excel wherever duty calls, whether here at home or in the global stage. It is for this reason that I am especially pleased to welcome you to this year's Gold Award presentation under the President's Award Kenya. As patron, I am deeply honored to stand with you to celebrate the extraordinary milestones in the lives of these young men and women, the recipients of the Gold Award. I want to urge every young person here to believe in our country. Do not allow yourselves to be consumed by the pessimism that afflicts some voices in our public life. Optimistic people see opportunity in every challenge, while pessimists see only obstacles in every opportunity. Kenya's future belongs to those who choose hope, effort, and purpose. Congratulations to all the gold awardees and life members of the award holders' alumni. May you continue to shine brightly, and may your light illuminate the path for many others. It is correct that this program, because of the impact it's creating on the young people of our nation, deserves expansion. And as a result, I want to say the following three things. Number one, I know that the offices of this great institution were changed from Upper Hill somewhere because we want to rebuild that facility.
While still on matters politics, Ford Kenya has announced plans to hold elections for its grassroots positions in April, aiming to strengthen its organizational structure across the country. Now, speaking after a consultative meeting of the party's leadership committee, Ford Kenya Deputy Leader Ken Lusaka confirmed that the elections will be conducted nationally, starting from the polling stations level up to the county leadership. Lusaka emphasized that the party remains a member of the Kenya Kwanza coalition, even as discussions continue among political parties. Now, he also acknowledged ongoing talks between the ODM and UDA, describing them as a normal part of Kenya's democratic process.
Across the country by the end of April. These elections are aimed at one, strengthening party structures from the polling stations, ward, constituency, and county levels.
Strong board, elections board, which is led by the chairman of the party, Mr. Ruhu, and we are looking forward to conducting these elections starting from April, and it will end with the national NDC. Ford Kenya is very happy to be in the Kenya Kwanza coalition. And in this coalition, we welcome other brothers, parties from other areas. We want Kenya to remain as one. So political party formation should not be a reason for divisiveness.
But the various committees have mandated their political parties to go ahead and initiate negotiations. As for the Kenya, this is a management team. We'll also sit, when we start those negotiations, we'll also go and negotiate for what we can get. So.
Right now, let's talk matters healthcare, and healthcare services in Nairobi County remain severely disrupted as the strike by healthcare workers enters its 29th day, causing widespread paralysis across the public health facilities. Now, the Kenya Union of Clinical Officers, that is KUSO, has warned that the prolonged industrial action is taking a heavy toll on all sectors of the country's healthcare system, with patients continuing to suffer due to stalled negotiations. Now, KUSO accuses the Nairobi County government of failing to address their demands, emphasizing that that without an urgent resolution, the crisis is likely to persist. Now, the union has called for immediate engagement to end the impasse and restore essential health services to the public.
We have been here for Kamukunji with the health workers, and we have gone around our facilities in Nairobi. And I can tell you the situation we have is dire. Many patients are coming here at 8 in the morning and leaving in the evening without being seen, especially those who cannot afford private care services. Those who are having to go to the private facilities, they are informing us that they are actually being exploited, where whatever they were paying there prior, now that the demand has gone up because the county is not offering services.
All right, moving on to the corridors of justice. Milimani Court has ordered Safaricom to allow former Nairobi Central Police Station Officer Commanding Station, that is OCS, Samson Talam, to renew and replace his SIM card after the service provider allegedly declined to do so without a court order. Now, Talam appeared before Magistrate Caroline Nyagodi while testifying in a case in which he is challenging the alleged misuse of his mobile phone by investigators from the Independent Policing Oversight Authority, that is the IPOA. Now, through his lawyer, Dunstan Omari, beg your pardon, Talam told the court that his attempt to replace the SIM card had been unsuccessfully because Safaricom reportedly insisted on a court directive before processing the request. Now, the former OCS said his phone was taken by investigators as part of ongoing probes, but was later allegedly used to solicit money in a bid to secure his release from custody. All right, moving on, a human rights advocacy group in Kenya has petitioned the courts urging urgent implementation of a cabinet decision to remove interest and penalties on loans for small-scale farmers. Advocates Sharia Tani and Shadrach Wamui told the court that despite a presidential directive granting loan waivers in November 2025, many farmers continue to be charged interest and penalties, adding financial strain to thousands of families. Now, the issue affects over 520 farmers' schemes across 26 counties. Now, through their lawyer Dunstan Omari, the group requested that the case be heard promptly. They also asked for reimbursement of any payments made after the presidential waiver announcement in addition.
Cabinet resolved that, taking notice that they were, or rather we are living in very harsh economic times, that we have a number of individuals who have settled in land schemes, people who have taken loans against those titles, and their inability to service these loans because of the harsh economic times. So there was a resolution made by the cabinet that moving forward, those interests will be waived, the loans that had accrued will be subsidized. However, since the passing of that resolution, and nothing has been done.
The meeting of 11th of November, the cabinet endorsed the waiver of interest and penalties on outstanding land settlement loans to ease the financial burden on low-income settlers and advance the bottom-up economic transformation agenda. The decision follows recommendations by the Land Settlement Fund Board of Trustees, which noted that many settlers have been unable to repay accrued interests due to economic hardships and challenges affecting agricultural productivity. The waiver will benefit thousands of settlers in 520 settlement schemes in 26 counties.
All right, that particular story of Dunstan Omari and the farmers' wars takes us on a fast breather here on the Midweek Report, but we'll be back in just a bit. Welcome back to the program. Moving on, Bumala Member of Parliament Jack Wamboka has pledged to complete development projects in his constituency while criticizing his predecessor for initiating what he described as substandard initiatives. Now, speaking after inaugurating new classrooms at Kibuke Primary School, Wamboka said that the education sector in the constituency had previously been neglected. Now, he revealed that contractors had withdrawn from some projects due to delayed payments, which further stalled development efforts. Now, the MP emphasized his commitment to ensuring that ongoing projects are completed efficiently and benefit the local community. Wamboka's remarks highlight his focus on accelerating development in Bumula constituency while addressing challenges left by past leadership.
Watoto wetu ambao ni contractors wametumiwa vibaya. Hilo jengo hilo, pesa ililipwa ya kurenovate class 10 kuangalia kwa vitabu. Contractor kalipwa pesa ikachukuliwa. Contractor huyu mtoto ni wapa tu, ako na loan, ana service, wame-auction yeye sasa kabisa. Lakini mimi kama mbunge lazima kazi iendelee. Sakalika rio? Na sio hii shule peke yake. Yule aliyekuwa mbunge alifuja pesa mingi sana. Jengo kama hilo angalia vile liko. Kuna ingine huko shule ya Netima pia tumekwama. Kuna shule ya Kimaeti tumekwama. Nikitoka hapa sasa naingia Kimwanga kwa sababu lazima sasa we must make decisions. Mimi siwezi kubali wanafunzi wako nje, pesa ilikulwa, contractor hawezi endelea, mimi naenda kuweka classes. Wamefanya kazi mzuri sana ya basari. Na wale watoto wote waliattend hilo basari waka-apply. Tumesema kila mtu apate kitu. Kila mtu apewe basari. Sakalika rewa ando mefwe. Wanaanza kunipiga vita. Yaani wewe unataka kwako peke yake. We must do affirmative action. Katika miaka 5 iliyopita kwa ile awamu mwingine, resources zilienda kwa ward moja. Resources za Bumula constituency. Kwa ward moja peke yake. Saa hii kila watu wanapata share yao. Kazi yangu ni kuchapa tu kazi. Sakalika rio? Nimekutana na vijana wa university na colleges. Nikakuwa nao mkutano. Hao bunge wote walikuwa wanaogopa. Nikawaita. Hao watu wangu walinidanganya tutakuwa na wanafunzi 400 peke yake. Tukapata wanafunzi 1400. Tunaomba serikali itoe msukosuko hii iko kwa grade 10. Paka saa hii watoto hata hawajaenda shule wote. Ni kwa sababu ya hii mix up imekuwa mtoto hapa anaplesiwa Mount Elgon, mahali ambapo hawezi enda. Wa harmonize nani day school. Omwana aliano bamuplesa Kakamega. Tunataka serikali iangalie hiyo maneno kwa haraka. Tunashukuru serikali imetoa juzi pesa za capitation, lakini sio enough. Serikali itoe pesa zote za capitation kuhakikisha kwamba watoto wetu wakiwa shule wanakaa na wanasoma sawa sawa. Sakalika rewa ando mefwe. If you want to mess a society, cheza na maneno ya elimu.
Alright, now let's get sporty. And the Kenya Breweries Limited, that is KBL, through its flagship brand Tusker, has announced 40 million Kenya shillings sponsorship for the HSBC SVNS2 Nairobi tournament, marking a significant boost for Kenyan rugby as a country prepares to host the World Rugby Sevens international event for the first time. Now, the tournament is scheduled to take place on 14th and 15th February of 2026 at Nyayo Stadium, marking Kenya's only the second African nation after South Africa to host a World Rugby Sevens event. Nairobi will also host the opening leg of the HSBC SVNS2 series, placing the country firmly on the global rugby stage. Now, speaking during the official sponsorship announcement at the Rufea Grounds, Christine Karaoke, head of mainstream beer at KBL, said the partnership reflects Tusker's long-standing commitment to uniting Kenyans through sports.
super honor and delight for us to be here this morning as we announce officially our sponsorship for the HSBC World Rugby Series being hosted here in Nairobi, Kenya on the 14th and 15th of February, Valentine's weekend at Nyayo Stadium. We're excited to announce our partnership. We will be partnering with KRU to a tune of 40 million shillings, 20 million in cash going to KRU for all the arrangements, all the details that they need to put in place to prepare for an amazing tournament experience, for all the teams flying into Kenya for that weekend. That money will go a long way in ensuring the preparation and the execution of the games that weekend will be amazing. The other 20 million will be sponsored in kind as the boys and girls prepare for an amazing weekend, as they gear up and train to show us what goes down on the pitch. We are excited that here on Kenyan home soil, we will be hosting the HSBC World Rugby Series here in Nairobi, Kenya on the 14th and 15th. So I'm looking forward to seeing each and every one of you there. Grab your tickets. Tickets are selling out fast. Let's come all, let's cheer, let's celebrate, and let's roar as the Shujars and the Lionesses take on the world stage.
What does Tusker sponsorship mean? It's going to cover a lot because being a host is not cheap. It's not cheap. So that money is going to support us in taking care of quite a few costs so that we are able to get to that 100% preparedness. So the significance of hosting such a huge event like HSBC Sevens means that we are able to showcase Kenya as a sporting nation, tourist destination, but it also shows the infrastructure.
It is a full international array, and what we promise is two days of high-octane rugby. The games will kick off on Saturday morning, roughly 9 a.m. and finish at around 5 p.m. Thanks to support from Tusker, we can keep the crowd engaged a bit longer.
We've been training for this coming tournament, which is the HSBC Division 2. I want to thank Tusker for their support. They've been supporting rugby for a very long time, and it motivates us to perform better in the field.
Now, female university students are increasingly turning to sports as a safer and more empowering alternative to risky nightlife and money-driven relationships that have left many young people vulnerable to substance abuse, exploitation, and even violence at Zetech University. Now, footballers Mona Lisa Onyango and Tessie Orembo say they have chosen to focus on sports and education instead of being drawn into alcohol use and transactional relationships that are becoming common among some youth. Now, speaking after a friendly match between Zetech Sparks and Kisped Queens at the Zetech Sports Ground, the students said they are proud of their choice to invest their time and energy in football, which has given them both financial support and a clear sense of purpose.
Zetech is a unique team because ukiangalia ni students na ni students ni wale wachezaji, they are good and they're also good in the class. So it is an opportunity for them to secure their future, to learn, na as they learn pia inawawezesha kucheza ball na kusoma. Balancing football na education ni si rahisi, but naona ni players wanajituma sana na ni wasichana wanajua what they want, and you know, if you know what you want, then I think work hard ina come easier.
Imenisaidia nimepishana na like bad company, at least inaniweka busy, at least tunatoka zoezi kama tumefanya kitu, narudi kwa nyumba kama nimechoka, sasa naoga nafanya tu shughuli zangu ndogo ndogo nikongoja tena kesho.
Alright, moving on, the Windsor Golf and Country Club professional Joroge Kibigu has been crowned the Order of Merit Champion of the inaugural Sunshine Development Tour East African Swing after commanding victory at the season-ending ABSA Invitational Series held at Karen County Club. Kibigu sealed both the tournament title and the overall season crown with a brilliant final round, 6 under par 64, pulling away from Rwanda's Celestine Sanzuera to finish on 14th under par 196. Now he began the final round tied for the lead on 8 under par, but produced a composed display, firing 7 birdies against a single bogey to secure a comfortable victory. Now, the win confirmed Kibugu's dominance over the season as he topped the final order of merit, standing with 1,497 points, having recorded 4 tournament victories and consistent top finishes. Take a look.
You asked me a question yesterday, what was my favorite win? I think today might have been my favorite win, because coming into Thika I didn't have my best stuff, and coming out of the holiday I wasn't too confident, but this has definitely helped boost it, so I feel great. Yeah, Celestine started with 2 birdies on 1 and 2. I didn't have the greatest of starts, bogey the 3rd, and knew I was 3 shots back, but I knew I was putting well today, and if I just hit the ball on the green and gave myself opportunities, it will come. And once I birdied 7, I felt a little groove going. Missed putts on 7 and 8, but a birdie on 9 had something going, and the back 9, it's all history. I had good fields, especially with the wedges. Drove it close on a couple greens, 10, 12, drove both greens, and 2 easy birdies to pick up. A good putt on 15 and a good wedge shot on 14. Ultimately led to the birdies coming in. It feels good. It feels good. It feels like a statement. It feels like a statement. It feels like a testament to all the work I put in and how much more work I can put in to get better. And it lets me know that I have a bright future ahead. And yeah, I'd just like to thank all my sponsors, my parents, and my coaches and friends for being there for me this whole season.
I would say my round started quite well with birdie 1 and 2, but I bogeyed 4 and 5, which brought me back to level par. I keep my head down and continue putting, playing my game plan, but I could make some putts, which make me lose some birdies and get some pars. And going back 9, I was just playing unlucky.
All right, that particular story wraps up our program here on the Midweek Report, and this has actually been the very first edition of the Midweek Report, which will be coming to you live every Wednesday 9 p.m. with Geoffrey Kimayu Somba. My name is Martin Macharia. I was sitting in for Jeff Kimayu Somba, and I was assisted by Laura Mondi on the sign language interpretation. Do have yourself a lovely night, and of course, as always, let's do this again when God says we do.
Watching EBN TV, transforming your world. You are watching EBN TV, transforming.
Wangari, unafraid, decided to protest peacefully through a tree planting mission.
She never did anything to please. She never did anything because she wanted to be popular. She did everything she did because she always felt it was the right thing to do. That was a constant in her life.
It's a very sad saga that we have a government in this country that is actually overseeing the destruction of forests and the grabbing of public land. If we are going to shed blood because of our land, we will. We are used to that. Our forefathers shed blood for our land. We will do so. This is my blood. And it reminds me of the blood that Wayaki shed trying to protect Karura Forest.
From the news department, I, Elisa Mutinda. Make sure you are getting detailed, informative and factual information. Keep it locked, EBN TV.
For the best gospel music, tune in EBN TV.
For great shows and news, I, Calvin Kinywa, watch EBN TV.
For sports and analysis, tune in EBN TV.
I'm Faith Karemi, watching EBN TV.
For the latest news, spiritual doctrine and gospel music, tune in to EBN TV. EBN TV, transforming your world.
EBN TV is spreading the gospel of our Lord Jesus Christ across the airwaves, reaching hearts and homes all around the world. At EBN TV, we are committed to sharing the good news of our Lord Jesus Christ with the nations. We invite you to partner with us in this great mission to reach the world with the gospel. Together, we can make a lasting difference for the kingdom of God. To partner with us, kindly use the till number displayed on your screen, and that is 88193148819314. EBN TV, transforming your world.
My name is Mary Mombua and I watch EBN TV.